Abusemamu ajona yamu akwaba edo aba KOFI radio so ebra so se yede woman Ghana nsem ahodo asi nyina yede ebeto anim eno ene atodin se puduo Ghana nsem no doso na eba ne se monitor eya na eden pa monitoring no etumi eyeden edemao yesi ebeye ni nyina na yetumi ene wo atumi aka bo yede nkomo ni nyina awie no na yaboa nsem na no ede ato anim na afi yasan abie phone lines no ede ama no wakire wadwen eno ene atodin se puduo ene nti yemu akwaba anwume nsem no edoso pa na ensem no ye hyase a na ye fa headlines no said ye etie Joy FM headlines anwumre said ye etie eni
60 minutes. President Akufo-Addo forced to call off planned official visit to Western Regional Community of Diskov, where residents have today been fleeing following recent clashes that left one chief and others kidnapped and hospitalized. There's tension in the town tonight, with the president calling on the police to take urgent steps to arrest and prosecute everyone involved in the bloody clashes. We take you live to the community for the very latest. Also tonight, government backs Reverend Professor Anthony Bruni as the legitimate Vice Chancellor of the University of Education, Winneba, and wants the police to arrest Professor Avoke for trespassing.
There's only one legal, legitimate Vice Chancellor. It's Reverend Afro-Brody. Anybody who doesn't understand must go through the legal process. We are not, I repeat, we are not going to accept such things. I'm rather surprised that the police have not charged the trespassers.
And in business, World Bank warns next year's election still remains the biggest test in government's commitment to contain rising expenditure.
And later in sports, how much of the taxpayers' money was spent at AFCON 2019? The question has been answered by the minority is unconvinced and is demanding more answers. We'll hear from ranking member of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Sports and Culture, Kwabna Woyome.
Ti asamno enono na headlines no said Joy FM di tuja osha ene asamwa aye kesepa the issue of sika yede ekosom wo man Ghana ewo Egypt na sabri yakubu hu akonta ewo man Ghana mra shebegefie yemfa Peace FM headlines emfa entwaso na yemra yenimu mra mehwe se betumi edisansemi enyina eho enkomo
ebra wo bonto afimpinu ne dunsia na wo hye wo manfo ya wo azimbo se wo babesi London Beach dia ma wo mo no na nyese bia wo dwa nanum na onim ne woka
National Media Commission Shishemu Efa documentary be Amanasa Zuri Awuni ye I find Militia in the Heart of the Nation. Now Shishemu our dear Banisa documentary no na achia.
Also for ya or share and woman so Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe, Dr. Napo, Etrese Yako University of Education Winneba, Vice Chancellor Bakope. Ena ewoho onoa ene Reverend Father Professor Anthony Afro-Bruni.
Omanpenyi His Excellency Nana Dudankwa Akufo-Addo say ya ba beto ba 2016 bosha wo hye no enye se wode wano dong re bi ngo wunti na wo giana na so pa so obeye ni nyina pepepe enti obeye amagana fo edi hwadanse
ekuo bi efre won ho concerned members of the National Democratic Congress ewo Abrase Ebuku amankese kire se send this impanifo nim na womo de Felix Kwachi Ofosu ebeyan womo so a ombe to skirt and blouse bi ebi mada
na NDC amonyoku mu na ekoye mantem so adadie sanipa beye aduasa ennan a womo pre e wo abaton peso so beye dumienu no nyame ya adoma womo ba betoto woma no ochina ehuni e wo betimi akobie
ensem no bi eka ho ya
ti eno eye Peace FM headlines enwumre ensem a womo de tudwa yemfa Adom FM headlines emfa entwaso
Ibadi animu bi eni sesame kase mampani eni atoya mantamu wo bontoa ensrahe komuna o manfo a wono mo lower eni apa discof ana wo mani abedie se na wo mo twa mampani se nkobeba na agya wabechia wonom na nso mampani atwi na ni se fikiu kyese wabu o mafaso kura wamfi wonom
na edonkuma wo Ghana mra se badwafie kire se wasofo hwe agukanse usensem so na no wone Ghana Black Sako Egypt no akonto babebu ye no ayetu la kadasi kadodo ombra metrechre mu yie ne entiase
sanso ena tadi nkwada wonom ayira womo awofo se IGP foforo aboma papa na to currency form de omo ka kire na nsen nkwada no womu hia womfa wonom emra
na enhyehyeye a ene nka wo be ye no agyatum ese emra eye vigilantism bill parliament oma withdraw adentia
mampani dada John Evans Atamio so wo yemfinhia nsunie na same kase Ghana fo amanyofo ne amanyoku ahodo no ebinom esu na bia ne so eyensem a wobetie
na yabekwa ewo asebu ɛne ne mpɔtam kwaman kɛse amanfo hɔ kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ Felix Kwatwofo su NDC fo pɛ so a mode ne bɛtɔ mo kɔ kyinkyina a wɔmayɛ MP hɔ wɔn mma kwan.
We your headlines are Adom FM de tuja enyumre na yede atwa so no sabre ye bekoye nim na afi ya hwe specific stories no ebi ye transem no so na do kwa kufuado ene na yesem kokopie mu ewa disco na amanebo ayensa eka ekere se ankowie yi papa se pinche bi atweniti ewo ho ama wo mo hene nipa bi akoto ahye no so avem no ti na na kire se ebeya Womo edi sabone no yenhwe na yentumi enche womo na ema asundwe entumi emra wa probo ewo emfimfim mantemu
binum jimbe mu achinye se me mashada na medada Ghana for me tumi bedada Ghana for da yes ana me tie me yeda adwuma ye pese me manu hu se bo a me share no man share ndwudwa manum na ye botaya da me nimu a yuso nyakopo ma me kwaya let me aye nutina me share the sabo fishing landing site babe beja exim krodada nanka hana ne sika Ghana sika no na hana ni nyina wo baba biom awla 10 regions 10 landing sites ni nyina the symbolic ceremony here we're cutting the sword all across the 10 regions the 10 landing sites contractor force China for contractors are what about me edumenso so no when I say more say contractor one in the area no what be super pepe this no worry system kese say Chinese for one sense no bubu niama na say no badanti ase wo mu a what did this so be say adwuma e dey ase wo sad wo betumi aye ama bibia aba pepe e be say me da ambassador na say Ghana ne China nti ase e adwuma we koso e ma papa nso aba ye mienu ama na kase say the Babe Wai, I can say me call disco. Namukoya also the Ansana Mabaha. Nenra, any other bomb man here, the summer, and Fatakra, is see what disco. Or here no war, lower disco, so a Prada the hospital. Now me catch a regional minister. The cry radio. Some El Kosui, and your cry, me, another.
Nanase, sense and some cost of party or no. Not at all. One cohort. Ene watching so ka ho nyade a obesi ho tinana do dan kwa kufu nyade a wokoye na takra de emayo na ayira no na na do kyerse wo mo naaye omutu ho anamo and other issues and so yenti na nansem
health is also share the boss when you say that e who plans the quite bit to me ama e my pia kwanta hospital so apejebio the enche and so no obeti bibi papa bi so afria obia and na wo ho and once e ebinuma timodefo widefo na eye adwuma nti ekwan a ye fa ye hwa ebetumi ahwe ye de emofra no obia enda ho ye tumi nda wasense ibautie ba be ka de ye ya ebinum be kan se yada entumi ba ne sa kana forma se BBSC na enya emfata ese kwa bia so aban de na ho den ne bibia tumi ye ne tumi ehu ba bia wo no
Nana do dan kwa kufuado ena otene ne se wonae ewo takrade maywa na wo mo ayira no eho kwan bia so anamon bia esese otu na oye nhwehwemu fa sa asemi ho no wo behwe na wo mo atumi atu ye transem no so na yakoyanim de tienie ensema wodo bi akoso ewo my Ghana mani titru ene Afcon ayekoye na African Cup of Nations a yekoye ewo Misleading fo asase so se yeko na fe yakohwe se de ho ensem etie no yekoye yentumi anim kunim areho ene to yen na eba ne sa no na ese ye ba fie ne ye behwe niema ba akwa na mienu bi 1212 eba behwe ye ne yetronsa frɛ osofo a wo hwe ball bo ho nsem so man Ghana mu Isaac Kwame Asiama se omra no bebu nkonta emfamfa sika yekodu ho no ye se no ho eno no wo kyerɛ se yekoye ne de ohwe a ye se 4.5 million American choppable cities. Pacho ko Google says here na Google $4.5 million. Say sika no fa ko city eno eni sika obefa ne se yekoye no yekokodi ye. Ehun nkyeremu ene se de etie no akwakoye twema mentwe ama mpanimfo ni bi ekyese asem we de yemubum na wo mo entwinti ase yentie agya Asiama enkyeremu a wode tudwa e wo City FM wo mo twe bi free parliament no.
$1 to $8 per day for players. $187,050. Per diem for technical staff, $129,600. Per diem for additional technical staff, $90,750. Winning bonus for players, $95,405. Winning bonus for technical team, $347,207. Winning bonus for additional technical team, $177,000. That's $177,000. Accommodation, that amount is $1,153,509. Feeding of course allowance, $419,300. March tickets, $41,750. Medicals across board, $44,574. Visa fees, $8,541. A detailed economic report is provided by the Policy Committee by 26 July 2019, after which the recommendations and decisions with regard to the reorganization of football in Ghana will be taken.
We nchemu a Isaac Kwame Asiama editor dwa ene ewo parliament no na Kwabena Mensa Woyome woye mrahwebedwani wosan eye obi a wodi nte ewo mrahwebedwafie efa agudie ho nsem eho ene wo hwe se de opani Asiama bekan ne de wokan ne tra wo munya ya wo mubum emyenhunu sika no say senate.
Our oversight, that is what must engage our attention. And so if you look at the way it was presented and then the line by line items to which an amount of $4.3 million was spent, it leaves room for too many and too much speculations. And so there's the need for a further breakdown for us to be able to situate. And then you can appreciate what went into activity A, activity B, of which you can say whether too much was spent on that activity or less was spent on that activity. These are things that will help and inform us in getting our acts together properly going forward, because the essence of all these exercises is to get it right next time. If actually there were mistakes, it's supposed to how to get it better, and so the way it is, yes, I mean, our campaign didn't succeed. We couldn't get it. However, we also think that some submissions with regards to preparations and other things that ought to be done, our local games that have been normalized and all that, which of course we encourage the NC to do its work and the roadmap by September ending day handover. So mine is to now push for a breakdown of the figure so that we can understand really how much, like I said, was spent on the various activities and all that. Yes, that notwithstanding, the committee itself will also begin to do some work per what the chairman indicated on the floor. And so the issue is this: he has the mandate to call meetings. So I'll push it. I'll ask him to quickly organize this meeting for us to begin to ask the questions, because I'm sure this debate is going to continue for a while, and then we get the answers to the questions that are begging for clarifications.
What form would you want the probe or the committee work to take as ranking member of the committee?
The issue is, I mean, it starts with the breakdown. It should start with the breakdown, because we've identified the line by line activities.
Eja Woyome enchiremu a wode etu dwa Emma City FM enwumrei na utibi no. Ye transem no so kai se Manase Azuri awuni eye nhwehwemu bi de eba ye se ne ye de mrantie bi akogu Osua bank siemu a ye ma wo mo abo wo mo ayebudo na ya ma wo mo niema hodo chese nchiremu a eba ye na esusu se wo mo ye nipa bi adwuma a wo mo di no ebetumi aha o man Ghana ya somdwe ni titiu ene sabre ya ye kasa efa se nipa bi de amanyosem ekata wo manim eye tutrasem e wabato ebre ebo militia nsem a ode etu dwa no eno ene kokoba se niema ahodo ba kwa na mienu bi panimfo National Media Commission ye se wo behwehwemu de afasa asemi eho ti wo mutu anamo eye hwehwemu no na ene wo de report no aba jemu a ode ba ne se Manasa Azuri ne nsem na ode tu dwa no enye sede wakan no potin pepepe sa na no na kwadwo opon kroma minister wone Peace FM edin komo wo kyerkyere sa asemi emu yintie sede wode atudwa no
omani ena nsema ennim ni ade nyina omateka de ato futuro egu nkofo ani no said Kophobia from the I group no more castle Ewusu. Na nemo mu funi om de kan on in some moment kan on yana de sebe enya no kra ni se ye de adwuma eno na me se ni titiri mu no NMC ade ye asem no etinam so me ye hwehwe mu ni ade na de na ye kan no eye no kra asem le ba en ma ye ne ye ni no multimedia for ye ntem ebe ye kakra so me did say ni na e kwa wie ye no central adwuma de hu hia pa eno something na bribia stress central for come asem ma periperi and na edi no bi tifi no tia ono so nya no kra ndi aye adwuma me did say ni na e bi sua BBF and net ruling na fi NMC aba na yin na ye ko en kita odie no e kaka to e ko to dwom ama adwuma no eni ada ho no bi anya ho mfaso
Obeni me kai se bra se me ba ya ye no di kan kasa wa fidie so nsem mienu a kai ya me kai pa ne se wonyi ntumu da se ye beka se sa omo no mo ye treni ho no omo eye militia fo na wonti azie mu no militia ne de wonyi ntumu da ena bi o sa kan se ekwan bokra multimedia fo fa so na wo de sa documentary no ba abonte no wadwini mu no achi akakra osu se de National Media Commission de aba betu dwai udi bre no ana babi ana wugina no opposition no ano omasisui na ede na eka kire ye nyina e wo ye nsandwura adwuma hu
sene oka no sanity de anye kan no first no sa position na National Media esisu dia no se wo hwe
KOFI Radio
adwuma na ethical standards guideline number 23 no ene de omo ye na boebra ekuna ewo ho no wohwe adwuma obi ene sene omote ma you are shishe sa black and white ni adia unto me describe on some militia that the I kind no na central adwuma no nanka yesu se nko be ye no a o manya ni sa National Media Commission ebu asem no de am gidi se ni na ebisua ewu me central ni gen central fo ni na ebisua se central adwuma da wuhia ye ne ka asem obi tifi a o tie de adwuma ti abre bia ye ka enti ne se kohwe peka ya wo no and I was a worker. The woman you know and friend Kahu. And then say, yes, I want to send open so did the big Kahu now, Chirimun, one can say, I will be in Tiasia. Potocasem is a say opinion and kick on there, the nonsense and Tredumano. To the bin also radio now, and yet the scene and out it. They are century no a dream for the scene no and all catcher. Yes, to the bin a fact now, opinion now. And never because was stressing in a issue beating film. Sardine, dear one can sap a pepper and for being count. Any other multimedia, you boom, any soul, or my jumo muyano, effort, a queen, a boy in Nara, wait or muting. And never say, you should be arguing international. That will be unfun, continue to say, militia be or security zone be a walk, who has a you train your sons and 7 year account, be a brutal tea. No, the Sika Crampo Bagana by Yajuma, which is answer the Crampo, but make us all make you. Tieni now, so the Jumane, the fellow ethical standards.
KOFI Radio.
Regulations near the other. And no, what's up, previous na Yadi Juma.
Kwajo upon Chroma Minister and Chemwa Wade Etuja and no na semi and Joy FM Semu 4 penny Elvis Kwashi, HSA National Media Commissioner can one but what's not saying was sharing something now. Rebecca said, Woman Sonny National Media Commission and Yadwin. If it's in somewhere, National Media Commission Bobo Sono, and Yadia, one year from so as a media house, JFM, I was our queen. So
there's something in the ruling that said we link the president to the operations of the DI group. We didn't. All we did was to say that the owner or the leader of the group had worked with the president when he wasn't president. That's the only extent to which the president came to this conversation.
Nina Muno Elvis Kwasi esi so HSA National Media Commission aye wo mo adwuma wo mo ate then so wo mo any National Media Commission enya adwen na Manasa Azuri City FM ene no ekasa ye mo no so kire se nchemu a National Media Commission de ba se wayem from so no one wo mo nya adwen.
Standard, we're talking about militia stroke vigilantism. and we used a photo on the situation. This photo was labeled file photo. Beyond that, I just want to draw attention to the fact that this is not the documentary itself. Did not have this photo in it. So if there's a contention over the promotion, not all the promotion, the actual promotion was a TV promotion, a video promotion. But granted that this photo, which was used with the online promotion, was wrong and did not make it to the documentary itself, you cannot base on this photo to describe the entire work as not meeting journalistic standards.
Okay, finally on the photo.
No.
I think we'll talk about the documentary proper. I wanted us to just talk about the promotion you had on My Joy Online. Would you then admit that you erred in using that photo in your promotions, considering that the gentleman in that photo did not appear in your documentary, and indeed the fashion in which he was dressed also was not represented adequately in your final documentary? Would you admit that you erred in that particular issue?
I won't admit if I had gone out to say that, well, this is the actual photo, fine, but this was a file photo, and we use file photos all the time.
Okay.
The commission itself said at the hearing that it is standard, they agreed. Whereas whether it's standard practice, they say yes, it's standard practice, but they went on to say, well, you could have labeled it further. That's what they said.
Okay, so you do not agree that you should have labeled it further?
Well, the labeling is a matter of style. If you use its video, we normally say library footage. If it is pictures, you say library file. If you use a picture.
Okay.
So somebody may decide to label it further, but seeing it and that label tells whoever is reading or seeing it that, okay, this is not an actual photo.
Very well. Let's move away from the photo. The report says that the inclusion of shots from the Ayawaso West Wagon violence and attack on the Ashanti Regional Security Coordinator were at variance with the activities of the DI group as captured at the castle. How do you respond to that again, that you have imported unrelated footage into your documentary to present a misleading picture?
When you watch the documentary, and I am surprised that those who took this decision are supposed to know something about media practice. When I did the SADA documentary, if you watch, it is online, I started the story from Agbogloshi, where some young people from the north are struggling to make ends meet. For a long time, about 7 or 8 minutes, then I now went back to where they were supposed to have been. So when I do a documentary, you create a background. It's like every research. Recently, I did a documentary, even before this particular documentary, I did one on abandoned vehicles. I started that documentary with the suffering of pregnant women up north, and also some educational facilities, schools that are deteriorating because we didn't have the money to take care of them.
And then, Manasa Azuri Sujina so say one of the Wayana Juma into the National Media Commission Chimuno, one of the Aba, Fabi one or more and ye adjoin our home. And no, and I'll say a home kitchen air cosono. And young China time, maybe a phone line, so no, I'm not why joining any of the issues, headlines, I would do out here, any news I did a 2 January, hey. And opese oche wadwen ewo ho ubetumi afre line C ewo screen no eso na wadwen hye wo de ba yetumi akenkan ede ama ewo YouTube KOFI Radio channel and say Facebook KOFI TV KOFI Radio and other platforms no enso so and say ubetumi afre normal WhatsApp audio call and enso yebete wonka na afi ya hwese de ensem no etie mamu network no mo fan chen ene ha adwen pa Oliver Yeboa say network edu ba bia wase manase please don't mind them systems no aye some way bi emma nokre emma abonten enti no eya memfi wo mo kra and Yusuf Muhammad was advise some of them well the lies no ye ados nansen dodo network no ene high and ye pa amomfa enchen ase intumi enya ne na so papa basa wutie e wo tuni na ubetumi ajoin yen no so normal sa sanso na normal WhatsApp audio call anase normal call ya te said ya wo frɛ normal call anso no ubetumi afrɛ na wajoin yen e wo so messages no menken kan bi enka ho network no
The wait is over. Finally, the most awaited radio station is here. KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station for breaking news, politics, spiced up with the best African music, most desired entertainment shows, and much more. Whatever your needs are, weather, entertainment, news, or music, KOFI Radio has got you covered. Join us today on TuneIn, modernghana.com, or KOFIonline.com. KOFI Radio, the true radio for the Ghanaian and the Ghanaian abroad.
All right, enti we dia wade eba ye osena na kuya aboajewa wose ye hwemo na Ellie Rose wose efia Gladys obobo nkofo din se wafe wo mo pa okay na kese wo mo ye wo mo outa ne wo hwe wo YouTube ho no na efia Mercy Sisi Rose I miss you too wo hwe he Gladys aje say network yi ene de opese o tete yen pa o high adwen onfa enchen network no ene no ase why na adwen say atete no a ene obetete is it Ivaluna Chumesi say network o tom ba ne say ya onfa enchen na enye me dese network no ha adwen sa unfortunately the aba eno no ha adwen ti e ba ne sa na ayeden was it today diamond and gold in their food to spend okay 22 million cedis for food no one say e ba ne say aden wo mo de diamond ne gold bi ka wo maduane no ho wo mo di ya na minimal but aduane a wo mo di ye ho enkontabuo eno no was say okay Fred Nat and now they eno ebaye say wonti ase sika wo mo di ye ewo aduane ho enko ano na Kofi then they will sell the whole Ghana for a year. Sekakra wo mo call ye just 3 weeks pe na wo mo edisa no a ene ye mo kwan a wo mbedi bebre.
The wait is over. Finally, the most awaited radio station is here. KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station for breaking news, politics, spiced up with the best African music, most desired entertainment shows, and much more. Whatever your needs are, weather, entertainment, news, or music, KOFI Radio has got you covered. Join us today on TuneIn, modernghana.com, or KOFIonline.com. KOFI Radio, the true radio for the Ghanaian and the Ghanaian abroad.
Adewa mo fanche ene ye de mo besi ha network no etete pa enti sorry say yentumi amfa mo frɛ no pudu a ye de brewa nwumre no ha na ye de obesi nyame nka ho ye da se yakra.
The wait is over. Finally, the most awaited radio station is here. KOFI Radio, the all-around radio station for breaking news, politics, spiced up with the best African music, most desired entertainment shows, and much more. Whatever your needs are, weather, entertainment, news, or music, KOFI Radio has got you covered. Join us today on TuneIn, modernghana.com, or KOFIonline.com. KOFI Radio, the true radio for the Ghanaian and the Ghanaian abroad.
This program is brought to you by Omama Royal Chocolate.
Delicious.
No, don't mommy beer. KTA Mobile.
It's the future.
Sam Estate. Slam Technologies.
The whole computer square wow. Teachers no wa butre no betimi achire wa eno ani Slam Technologies.
GhanaMats.com. Auction Cars. Jack SP App.
Mekodada.
Tiger Nut Powder. Fourth Wheel Solicitors ULAM Technologies.
The open computer school wow. Teachers no wa botre no betimi achrewa eno an Islam Technologies.
GhanaMats.com. Royal Chocolate.
Delicious.
No, don't know me here.
KTA Mobile.
It's the future.
Sam Estate. Slam Technologies.
The open computer school wow. Teachers no wa botre no betimi achrewa eno an Islam Technologies.
GhanaMats.com. Auction Cars. Jack SP App. Tiger Nut Powder. Fourth Wheel Solicitors UK. Eligible App.
Download it on Google Play and Apple App Store now.
This program is brought to you